Okay, so here we go. 5 o'clock, 24 hours to go for the Asia Cup selection. Shomik, Vaibhav and Bharat joining me. Rohit Juglan will also join. Plenty of conspiracy theories floating around as usual. But let us go to Bombay, because the update that we are getting from Bombay is that Shomik just was telling me offline that the selection meeting could well become virtual because there is a red alert for rain in Mumbai. Flights are getting cancelled. It could well be, and that is one of the reasons why there could not be a press conference also. Shomik, what are the updates that you are hearing, please? You are on mute.
Yes, Bombay is on a red alert. Incessant over the last, especially over the last hours. It's been non-stop, especially towards of my area around Borivali from Santa Cruz. It is non-stop. South Bombay a little less. Flights are getting cancelled. So I was just talking to one of the business, and he told me that see tomorrow, as regards press conference, as regards, because selectors, some of the selectors will come from outstation, so we have to see whether, I mean, if flights are cancelled, it can get complicated. So there is an outside chance of that meeting happening virtually also. That is one thing, and BCCI hasn't yet decided about the press conference precisely for the weather. So we have to see if there is a press conference, a BCCI email will land or BCCI message on our WhatsApp group will land. But we have to see what happens. As I wait to meet MCA President, Mr. Ajinkya Naik. I have been waiting at the AV room, but I have been doing phone calls as regards the team selection. And team selection, cities, there might be a few surprises, but overall, what I am getting is that it is selectors are unlikely. Uh, Shubman Gill, stuff like hearing, but there are questions. To put it mildly, there are question marks over Shubman Gill, Shreyas Iyer, the special two names.
3 points from Shomik's points. Shobdil, just mute Shomik because there is an audio issue there. So 3 points from what Shomik just said. One, the selection committee could happen virtually. Two, the press conference could get impacted. There could not be a press conference is what we are hearing. And one of the reasons for that could be the weather. And third, the point that we have been saying every day, that certain selections are not certain. Rohit, you have made this point to me. You have made this point in the Hindi live. Is there anything new that you are hearing? Is there anything that can happen in the next 24 hours that you think can impact the team selection? Or now you think that okay, no, it is more or less what we understand is that the top three are decided. Are there any surprises that you are expecting, or where do you stand, or what are your sources telling you about team selection?
Well, I still think that there is a chance where they will have some brainstorming, and that has happened in the past also. Remember the Champions Trophy, the delay, and you ultimately got it almost after 2 hours. We were live, me, Weber, Shubhanda. I think before the Champions Trophy press conference, we were kept on waiting for I think almost couple of hours. And before that also there were multiple conversations where there was some. It was I think just before the Sri Lanka series, where Ajit Agarkar, said that there were some discussions, and we were discussing those points or those players specifically in the final part of the meeting. So yes, it's as Shomikda already said that they made up their mind with certain players that whether they want to take them or not. But I still think that whether they will meet virtually, whether they will meet at the BCCI's headquarters, I think there will be some brainstorming about the same players we were discussing, I think, from last 3 to 4 days, because there are still calls to be taken on a couple of players. The couple of players we are not talking them about very much, but they are on the the lower order side. Means I still think that there is a healthy discussion on the wicket keeper part, that whether Jurel you have to take on Jurel, or whether you have to take on Jitesh Sharma, because obviously when you are watching Jitesh, you are also watching his age. When you are watching Jurel, you're seeing that Rajasthan Royals, not the part of the Rajasthan Royals thing, but the way Gambhir has shown his confidence. He's your vice captain in the India A side, which traveled to England when India traveled to playing against England Lions. He was your vice captain, and the way opportunities have been given to him, I think Gautam Gambhir rate him really high, and there is everything in him to rate him high. But at this point of time, I think that part was on discussion. The Shreyas Iyer part is very much on. It's not only about Shubman Gill. I know that everyone want to know about the Shubman Gill part, but yes, the Shubman Gill part is obviously there. But Yashasvi Jaiswal again as in backup opener. What are you getting after sending him? In these two tournaments, like when in the presence of Rohit and Virat, it makes sense that Yashasvi is waiting for his turn. But why again Yashasvi as in backup opener when Rohit went, Virat went, both of your openers went? Then again Yashasvi Jaiswal as in backup opener. That doesn't make any kind of sense. And it is Dubai. You are not going to play this Asia Cup in Auckland or somewhere in West Indies where you have to give it a call. I think almost 24 to 36 hours ago. It's just a 2.5 hours flight. And I have seen multiple times when in Asia Cups or in Champions Trophies or at the time of T20 World Cup, teams have gone with a single player, like a single wicket keeper. Means like Mohammad Rizwan. Pakistan did this with Mohammad Rizwan. He was kept on playing with his injury. You remember 2020 World Cup? He was there in the ambulance. They take him to the hospital because there is no reserve wicket keeper. So I think this has already happened. So I think there are multiple positions where there is still discussion on. There has to be one final brainstorming to be done, and that's where I think the whole of the story lies, that there could be some last minute changes. Obviously, if coach, captain, and the chairman selector is on same page, then there is nothing to discuss. But I think that's not the thing as of now, Buryada.
Okay. Shomik, you raised your hand. Yes, Shopnil, unwind. Somebody is saying about Shomik's mic. Look, he's not very well versed with the audio visual. He's moved to Mumbai. Give him a few days. We will sort out these issues. So we promise you that.
No, this issue is with the this
Okay.
issue is with the internet connectivity. Because of incessant rain, it is internet connectivity is a problem at this moment in time.
We'll manage with this, but we'll sort this out in Mumbai. I like you guys know by now. He's just moved to Mumbai. Give him a few days. He's sort of just happened. So we will sort out these audio visual issues. But show me the point that you were trying to make.
No, a couple of points I have missed as regards team selection. One is that Jitesh Sharma has suddenly become a dark horse. Number one, that is what I'm getting. And number two, I'm not saying that Yashasvi Jaiswal is a shoe-in, but don't completely rule him out as a third opener.
Okay, so Rohit made this point, and lot of you guys are saying about Shubman Gill. Shubman Gill is not the focal point always, and will not be. He is bulk of the story. Let us also agree. If anybody comes and says who is the one point of interest in tomorrow's selection, number one point of interest is Shubman Gill. So if there are debates around Shubman Gill, there are fair reasons for debate around Shubman Gill. And if someone says PR, and I'm being balanced today in a very calm manner. Shubhayan said at one point in time about vice captaincy, I contradicted him. Rohit and I have had pleasant debates on this on our platform. Shomik and I offline were debating about this. So it is not as if Bharat Ramraj yesterday said on the show that he prefers Yashasvi Jaiswal. So even within ourselves, we have had differences, and that's how it is and will be at our platform. Each one of us have our sources. Each one of us are talking to people and trying to get you news. Vaibhav, before I go to Bharat, Jitesh Sharma and Dhruv Jurel, Rohit made the point, Shomik made the point. Where do you stand on Jitesh Sharma versus Dhruv Jurel?
I think if you look at the IPL season, then obviously you will go ahead with Jitesh Sharma the way he has performed. Also, you would like to see what you want. Where is the loophole? So I think there is a lower middle order where you can fit in Jitesh Sharma and he will do well. If you see the batting order, then how it will look. It will be Jitesh Sharma, Hardik Pandya, Akshar Patel, and if you get in Washington Sundar, then it will be a deep batting lineup. You will get a deep batting lineup, adding Jitesh Sharma in the middle order, and I think it's very rare, having a wicket-keeper batter who can finish off games. I think it's a rare commodity in Indian cricket itself. Jurel got his chances. He cannot complain about like last seasons he didn't used to get a lot of chances, but this season with RR he got a lot of chances, but he couldn't make most of it. So now it's time for the Indian team to go back to Jitesh, because till last year, till Afghanistan series, Jitesh Sharma was your number one choice wicket-keeper batter. But then the IPL season, it went off for him. So, and then you see Rishabh Pant getting the nod ahead, and then Rishabh Pant coming and getting to bat at number 3. Now Jitesh Sharma has performed well, and now it's time for him to retain his spot back. I think Jitesh should be considered, and with Ishan Kishan not being there in the scheme of things now, it's because since he's nursing a injury, so I think Jitesh Sharma should get the nod ahead as a backup keeper.
Bharat?
He's in NCA.
Yeah, I guess 1 week ago itself, I said on this live show that I would like to have Jitesh Sharma because I think he's improved his power hitting. If you compare the power hitting of Juril and Jitesh Sharma, I feel Jitesh is currently ahead of him based on what I saw in the IPL. He had a problem against pace bowling, but he's gone back to the drawing board. He's worked hard on his batting against pace bowling, and you can see he's now landing pull shots. He's able to land horizontal bat shots a lot better. That tells you he's worked hard on his power hitting. I think if you compare the two, I feel Juril is technically a better player, but if you want a player who can come in and land those big shots right at the end in a slog overs of an innings, going by what one saw in the IPL 2025, then I would definitely prefer Jitesh Sharma.
So clearly, again, I mean, Dhruv Jurel versus Jitesh Sharma is quite an interesting debate that we are having. Let me go to Rohit Juglan on a different player. Rohit, is Washington Sundar a certainty, or is it not a certainty? Because we have been kind of focused on more the batting, and we've talked about the bowling. All-rounders, we had more or less taken that, okay, Akshar Patel, Hardik Pandya, Washington Sundar. These are the 3 people. Shivam Dube outside chance, question mark. From what are you hearing? Is Washington Sundar a certainty in the T20 team? Will he be? Can he be considered? Where do you stand on this? What are sources saying? Because from what I understand, again, Washington Sundar could be a name that could be up for debate. It is not 100% a done deal yet. Obviously, could be there as part of the team, or there could be a debate about Washington Sundar. What are you hearing, Rohit Jugla?
Look, the first thing is that multiple reports which are coming, I'm very surprised that why they are considering that it's only a 15-member squad, because if you see the last time around also, Team India have taken the 17-18-member squad. There is a pullout, I think, in between, which is I think of Akshar Patel, if I'm not wrong, in the 2023 Asia Cup. So if you take a 17-member squad, then there is no debate over it that whether they want to carry Washington Sundar or not, because it's all about that. Some of the the people who are amongst the sources, they are saying that it's about the first 3 spinners, counting the all-rounders also into it. There's Varun Chakravarti, there's Kuldeep Yadav, and then there is Akshar Patel. So these 3 are the focus point. But yes, if you see Washington Sundar, I don't think that the way Gautam Gambhir operated from Sri Lanka tour to now, I don't think that there is any doubts in his mind that he doesn't want to carry Washington Sundar. And again, I am not buying that workload theory, which is also giving which is also given by multiple in multiple reports for Shubman Gill as far as the workload management thing, because then there is, and we discussed in the Hindi show also, that there are multiple players then who play all the 3 formats, and then you have to see their workload management also. So at this point of time, I don't think there is any doubts on Washington Sundar's inclusion in the Asia Cup squad.
There are some questions. Pankaj Nagar, don't make everything about Gill. 15 minutes into the show, have we been discussing Gill, Pankaj? Or we have been discussing other players? Why are you making it about Gill? Because you are obsessed or something like that. You will then call Rohit PR, me hater, Vaibhav, whatever something, Shomik agent. You want to impute that motive, you can. Because then you will classify yourself to be a troll. And I love trolls. I flush them out like toilet paper. I don't give a damn about viewers. We are so narcissistic. Somebody asked me today, then who watches you? Me, myself. I will watch Rohit Juglan, I will watch Vaibhav, I will watch Shomik and Bharat. My wife and daughter will watch, my dog will watch. I'm happy. We are extremely narcissistic as a platform, and trust me, we have enough and more money to survive the next 10 years and do so very well. We will do 10 international tours, each one of us. You want to be happy? Be happy. Don't take me on being narcissistic. You want to be on our platform? Ask the proper questions, we will answer. Shomik, where do you stand on Washington Sundar?
What I'm getting is it's between Washington Sundar and Kuldeep Jadhav, with Washington having his nose in front. Because you have to take into the consideration Washington is a multi-skilled cricketer. And Gautam Gambhir, not only Gautam Gambhir, the team likes him because of his utility. He can do everything. He showed that in the test series also. He can drop anchor, he can up the ante, he can bowl tight off spin. He is a very decent fielder. So everything combined. Kuldeep's biggest problem is that he is one dimensional. As a wrist spinner, he is world class, maybe the best in the world, but he is one dimensional. In T20 cricket, Gautam Gambhir's template is, I mean, unless you are a Jasprit Bumrah, uh, for example, unless you are a Jasprit Bumrah, I mean, you have to be multi-skilled. So that is the template for Gautam Gambhir. So what I'm getting, it is between Kuldeep and Washington Sundar. Um, let's see. Uh, I'm also getting that the selectors are of the view that India's preparation for the T20 World Cup starts now. India haven't fielded full strength squad in T20 cricket since 2024 T20 World Cup, because Test cricket followed by Champions Trophy, 50 over format, those things took precedence. Now, I mean, the T20 World Cup is just 6 months away. So this is one reason there is a school of thought that only a 15-member squad should be picked, because there is no point picking up a bloated squad, because you have to chisel it down with just 6 months between the Asia Cup and the 50 and the T20 World Cup. This is our best 11. This is our best 15. These 15 will play, and there will be some backups if someone picks up an injury or something. If someone misses out, then that back then the replacement will come from that backup. So this is one school of thought. I am not saying everybody is in sync with this thing, but there is certainly a school of thought that we must pick a squad of 15, and our preparation for the T20 World Cup starts now.
That's an interesting point, Vaibhav, about the 15 or the possible 17, because in the 17, it's a bloated squad. You can accommodate everybody. And in the 15, obviously, some people will miss out. But interesting point made. So Kuldeep Yadav, first time, and Kuldeep Yadav versus Washington Sundar is what Shomik is saying. Where do you stand on that, Vaibhav? I'll ask Bharat, because there was a question, I've forgotten who asked this, but there was a question that if you have Varun Chakravarti and Kuldeep Yadav both in the mix, and you have a Jasprit Bumrah and you have an Arshdeep Singh, then you are talking about batting only till number 7. You're talking about the final 11, that is. Is that less batting in a final 11 in a T20 setup, Vaibhav?
I don't think having 7 batting options with Akshar Patel coming at 7 is a less batting option. You have enough batting options in your lineup, and having your wicket taking options is what we lacked in England. Is That's why we were debating around Kuldeep Yadav, having both Kuldeep and Bumrah in the Test 11. So I think it would be right call if selectors take Kuldeep to Asia Cup for Asia Cup, just because I think Kuldeep and Varun Chakravarti will form a deadly duo in the middle overs. And Kuldeep has shown in the IPL that he can bowl in the slog overs as well. So Varun Chakravarti and Kuldeep Yadav, two of your proven wicket-taking options and two of your best options. I think both should be picked. And I'm not denying, if you have a 17-member squad, I think you should utilize all your spots. And Washington Sundar also should go, because last time when you went to USA, when you went to Caribbean, then you went with Ravindra Jadeja and Akshar Patel both. And then you had a Kuldeep Yadav as well. So why not this time? This time you don't have a Ravindra Jadeja, go with a Washington Sundar. Have both. And you can, This gives you a chance that you can play Akshar Patel, Hardik Pandya, and Washington Sundar, all three of your all-rounders. Then it will give you batting till 8. So I don't see anything like both cannot be fixed in the squad. If it's a squad of 17, I think both Kuldeep and Washington Sundar can come in.
Bharat?
See, this is a little bit of a tricky one if it's a 15-member squad. That is main reason is at number 8 you would want a little bit of buffer. In T20 cricket you would want a little bit of buffer. But the problem with Washington Sundar is at least till that innings, particular innings at the over in the second innings when he went after especially Gus Atkinson and to some extent Joe Stone, he has had a problem with power hitting. In the past, it's not like he's come in with 10 deliveries to go and for Washington Sundar to score 30 runs in 15 or 10 balls. It's not happened too many times in T20 cricket. The one time he had a chance to win a match in Zimbabwe, he couldn't do it with his power hitting. So he has a problem there with how he lands the shots in that particular time frame, the last couple of overs. But thankfully, he showed some promise in the second innings at the Oval. Maybe if you extrapolate it into T20 cricket, maybe you can look at it and think that yes, he has some potential in terms of that. But if it is a 15-member squad, I would still maybe prefer Kuldeep Yadav somewhere, just because I'm not 100% sure about Washington Sundar's power rating lower down the order. If he has to bat in somewhere in the top order in Test cricket or number 5 in Test cricket, even at 5 or 6 in Test cricket, absolutely fine. But I'm still not convinced about his power rating skills right lower down the order.
Okay, let me answer why. Where is Shubhan? Shubhan is on leave today, my friends. That is why he's not part of the show. He will join the show tomorrow. And whether he's paid by Gill, unfortunately, he doesn't even still own a car. If he was paid by Gill, he would have owned a car and Red Sports would have leased that car from him. Trust me. I mean, so little money that he's paid that he still from Kalyani takes public transport to come to office. Must be paid very little pittance. So bad. Come on here. I mean, at least give him that kind of credit. Rohit Juglan and Shubhan Chakraborty, both of them would be paid that they would not ask me for flight tickets to Dubai and would travel business class or first class. At least itna to de do yaar. Shubman Gill is a multi-billionaire. इनके पास इतना भी नहीं है. क्या बोल रहे हो आप लोग? कुछ अच्छा बोला करो. Rohit Juglan, Bharat is also smiling. Good to see Bharat smile. That is a rarity. Gautam Gambhir and Bharat Ramraj, two people who hardly smile.
Those can make Bharat sir smile.
Correct. Okay, there are lots of teams coming. 2000 रुपए में बिक जाते यार. मेरे लोग इतने सस्ते में नहीं बिकेंगे. One time an administrator told me
1 lakh from Virat and 1 lakh from Rohit.
Correct. नहीं इतने कम में नहीं बिकेंगे मेरे लोग. 2 लाख तो मैं दे दूंगा यार. At least 20-25 लाख के बारे में बात करो तब तो सोचेंगे. up to 20-25 lakhs तो मैं ही दे दूंगा. इतने कम में मेरे लोग नहीं बिकेंगे.
टमाटर 100 रुपए किलो रखे हैं भाई. थोड़ा दाम बढ़ाओ.
थोड़ा वैल्यू बढ़ाओ. थोड़ा फिर मजा आएगा. PR जो बोलते जा रहे हो. I was once accused that I had taken money from someone. So I said, why don't you check my bank account? Then I was told, no, you've been paid in pounds. I said, okay, I'll give you my NatWest bank account. Kindly check. These things are really funny. I love them. But anyway, coming back. The other question that I want to ask, Rohit, when I see this thing, where is Shivam Dube? Is he in contention? Is Shivam Dube going to be somebody who people will talk about? What is happening here?
I think Shomikda want to answer this first. Shomikda, go ahead. Then I'll mention.
No. It's about if I could take
No,
I think Mr. Ajinkya Naik is calling him. I think.
Shomik, put the microphone close to you. Mic ta kache now.
So if I may take your leave because Mr. Ajinkya Naik is calling me.
Answer and go about this one.
About Shivam Dube. Yeah, Shivam Dube. I think Shivam Dube doesn't bowl. I mean, he does bowl, but his bowling is lollipop as far as international cricket is concerned. Even he doesn't bowl in the IPL because his lollipops are not worthy of giving an over. So that is the reason. He is a good hitter against spin bowling, against faster bowling, against fast bowling. He gets found out. he played matches for India because India were not picking their top squad, their first choice squad over the last 12 odd months. I don't see Shivam Dube unless it is a squad of 17. I don't see Shivam Dube getting into the squad.
Okay, Shomik, we'll let you go. We'll let you go. I'll come to Rohit on that. But before that, Amit Shah, our friend, Amit Shah is watching and Rohit जो लिख रहा है prawn curry और चनाचूर पे बिकना बनता है. So prawn
मेथी के
curry
पराठे में बिक जाऊंगा मैं, मेथी के
चनाचूर पे
पराठे
बिकना
में.
बनता है. Amit Shah, this is fantastic. This is fantastic. But Shomik, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Tomorrow's your
Thank
day. Man in Bombay, you will have to take over. But Rohit, Shivam Dube, before I ask Vaibhav and Bharat.
So I think it's not, when you talk about Shivam Dube's bowling, I don't think that it's that bad as of now. Yes, last year, yes, it was there an injury concern, and that's why MSD didn't give him any kind of overs. But if you see before that, also in the domestic cricket, in the Ranji Trophy, also he has bowled. He's bowled for a fair amount of time. Yes, you can't trust his bowling. As far as him being considered as a backup option for Hardik Pandya. Hardik Pandya is way better. As far as a bowler is concerned. So I think yes, when you talk about as a bowler, you can't trust him that much. But as a pure spin bowling hitter, you can count him in. But at this point of time, I don't think that team has, I think, more trust in Akshar Patel's hitting abilities. And then what Shomik also told about Washington Sundar. Remember his innings in Oval, the way he took one of their finest bowlers, England, all of their bowlers, almost all of their bowlers, apart, and then hitting them sixes in the short length balls. I think one of the questions with Washington Sundar earlier is that he can stay around. Yes, he has hit six to Pat Cummins in Gabba, but apart from that, in Test cricket, this is my first time I saw him, clearly bashing England bowlers in a Test match where I, watching him like he was just going for each and every shot and with so much of confidence. So I think now the team has a lot of confidence in Washington Sundar. Team has a lot of confidence on Akshar Patel. Then you have a Hardik Pandya there. They are still debating on whether you want a Rinku Singh or not. So I think there are a lot of finishers, in this team. There are multiple players and in multiple discipline also. Like what Gautam Gambhir, like that you have someone who can ball also and give you a little bit of batting also. And, Akshar Patel is almost now a 50-50 player as far as his batting and bowling is concerned in T20 cricket. Apart from him, if you see Washington Sundar, you can, I can totally vouch for him that he can do really, amazing job as far as a hitter is concerned. And above them, it's Hardik Pandya. So I don't think there is a place, as Shamik rightly said, that if there is a squad of 17, you can. But I don't think that he is in your future plans as far as Indian T20 setup is concerned.
Vaibhav, Shreyas Iyer, somebody we must debate and must talk about. I mean, if you take the IPL, again, Shreyas Iyer is a conspiracy theory champion in that sense. अगर आप श्रेयस अय्यर के फेवर में बोलोगे तो लोग बोलेगा ये देखो गिल हेटर है, और अगर आप श्रेयस अय्यर के अगेंस्ट बोलोगे तो बोलेगा देखो ये पीआर है दूसरा किसी प्लेयर के लिए. I have written on Shreyas Iyer saying that Shreyas Iyer absolutely has to be discussed merit selection. If there is a 17-member squad, Rohit Juglan made this point, and by the way, a lot of people who want to know my opinion on Rohit Juglan, I rate Rohit Juglan as one of India's best news persons. That is why I've employed him. So I'm putting it on record. Now you think I am paid PR? Yeah, it is my company. ये तो बोल नहीं सकते हो तुम लोग, मेरा ही पैसा है, क्या करोगे? So I'm putting that on record. But on a serious note, Vaibhav, Shreyas Iyer, I absolutely think he has done enough to merit discussion. He has done enough to merit selection in any other team. His ability against spin bowling, for example, top notch. But in an Indian side which is full of talent, can Shreyas Iyer make it? Vaibhav Tripathi.
See, it doesn't matter if it's a 17-member squad or it's a 15-member squad. The squad side doesn't matter. You have to take Shreyas Iyer, and that's it. Because he has done enough in IPL. Before that, if you look at his domestic record, the way he made his comeback in the ODI series against England, then the following Champions Trophy scored, outclassed the likes of Rohit, Virat, who were a regular part of the ODI setup. He came into the squad with a lot of pressure because his position was not secured, and still he outshined his senior pros. And that speaks a lot about Iyer's personality. Whenever, I think this is something we were discussing when we were in Dubai, me and Rohit Bhaiya, that there were two players who always used to carry that aura and confidence about themselves whenever they used to walk out of the field. One is Shreyas Iyer, other is Hardik Pandya. Whenever they are on the field, it's like they will do the job for their team. And when you have that confident player in your team, I think you should play him. So there is no doubt in my mind that Shreyas Iyer should be there. If he's not being picked, if it's a 15-member squad or a 17-member squad, then questions will start to wonder with why you are not picking Shreyas Iyer. Okay, Test cricket, you could have said he played a limited number of Ranji matches. That's why we didn't pick him. But now, when he had a stellar IPL where he scored runs as captain at a strike rate of over 170, then he has done everything not to be selected, whether it's 15 or 17. So I think, and given the conditions in UAE, it's a slow conditions. If spinners dominate, then you have one of the best players of spin in Shreyas Iyer. Whether you play him at 3 or 4 or wherever you want to, Shreyas Iyer will do well because his stocks has gone up, his strike rate has gone up. So I don't see any reasons why you should drop Shreyas Iyer out of your Asia Cup squad.
So clearly, very strong opinion there on Shreyas Iyer from Vaibhav. I know Bharat stands on that, on the same page, but I'll let Bharat, who's come back. Bharat, your quick take on Shreyas Iyer, because I know you have very strong opinions about Shreyas Iyer and whether he makes it or not. But over to you, Bharat, on Shreyas.
Yeah, to start with, there has been a lot of rain in Bangalore for the last 1 week, so maybe my internet is not the best today. Anyway, coming to Shreyas Iyer, see, he's a very good player of spin. There is no doubt about that. When Vaibhav was in Dubai, when we were watching matches during the Champions Trophy, we were discussing about his game against Spain. Yes, he might have an issue or two against Googly. That is something that we discussed. But outside of that, I think Shreyas Iyer is a very formidable player of spin. He has that, what can you say? He has that nose, or he has that little bit of game sense when it comes to playing spin that you don't generally see with maybe some of the modern day Indian batters. They're not exactly risky, but Shreyas Iyer can play such kind of a game, and the UAE conditions, he would really come into the equation. And also, is someone who is able to absorb the pressure really well, which we saw in the IPL. Yes, I understand someone will bring up what happened in the final, that Shreyas Iyer failed there, got out to Romaria Shepherd of all guys, but before that he was scoring crucial runs. Even in the match before that against Mumbai Indians, he scored crucial runs. So considering all that, I think Shreyas Iyer can really slot in at number 5 in the batting order, because you need an experienced player who can just, maybe at times India would be in trouble. You need someone to help India to wade through that particular phase, or there could be times when you have to come in and play the big shots. You can do both of it, at least in the UAE conditions. So I would definitely back him.
Okay, Bharat, I don't know whether Bangalore food delivery service is open today. You have earned your stripes for the first time in the comment section. You have been also called PR. You are now Shreyas Iyer PR. Today you have graduated. Finally, you have earned your stripes. Day to celebrate. So far, Rohit was PR.
I'll just add one thing. Just a few months back,
Welcome to the club.
Just a few months back, fans were Shreyas Iyer group was calling me Shreyas Iyer hater, because I was talking about his problem with short ball.
I thought you were only 1% PR, Prasidh Krishna, at one point in time. I remember. And then when Prasidh Krishna got those wickets at the Oval, Bharat, you became the darling. So today you have earned your stripes. I'm telling you, you have graduated today. And in Dubai, we will celebrate together. When you, me, Bharat, all of us are there, we must celebrate this together. Now people are, when I said Rohit is a good reporter, now people have started going after Shubhan. Folks, let me tell you this also. I consider Shubhan to be a gun reporter. Anything that goes in Rev Sports, okay, it has my seal of approval. And let me tell you this. There is no journalist in this world worth his salt who has not made mistakes. I will encourage Rohit, Bharat, Vaibhav, Shomik, each one of them to make mistakes. You know why? Because they will do 100 news items, out of which 2 will be mistakes or 5 will be mistakes. It will be a 95% strike rate. Tendulkar 200 test matches, 51 test hundreds, 150 matches without 100. If you want to be mediocre, my fellows can come and tell me press conference, press release. That's not Rev Sports. Take a call. Go speak to your sources, take the punt. That's what they've been told. If you get it wrong, you own the mistake. You own the mistake and said, yes, this news was wrong because I had consulted XY source. That's fine by me. And I'm totally fine by me. I have made a million mistakes in my life. And somebody said about Saha, that chap here, don't even talk about him. He ran away. After the publication of the book, the guy doesn't even have moral fiber to face me. So let's not talk about him. That chapter is closed. The day he has courage to come and face me, I'll talk about him. Abhi to wo bhag gaya. But as far as my reporters are concerned, each one of them have been empowered to make as many mistakes as they want, because only then will they go out there in the market and get the news. That's what this game is all about. They will put their 100%, and I've got no problems in saying Shubhayan, Shomik, Rohit, these guys are gun reporters. And that's why they are part of an organization which in 3 years is touching 100 crores valuation. Okay? So we are the number one platform in the country at the moment, and we will be. So please know. So that's where we are. Last few minutes on the show. If Kuldeep Yadav doesn't make it or warms the bench, Rohit, I will be extremely disappointed. Where do you stand on Kuldeep Yadav?
I think, look, last time also around in Champions Trophy, he played the starting games, and after that, they came up with Varun Chakravarti. But remember the final, the way he played final. I think it's fresh in their memory because it's what I think 6 months ago when India won the Champions Trophy, and it was those 2 wickets, Rachin Ravindra. What a ball that was! I still that ball is very fresh in my memory at this point of time also. And then I think the Kane Williamson ball. I think so. I think that they'll remember that. Yes, there might be some difficulties as far as the due is concerned, and the kind of wickets we'll get at this point of time is a different task altogether. But look, you have to see the conditions. I can't say sitting here and say that, oh no, if they are not going with Kuldeep Yadav, then I'll be really angry with Gautam Gambhir or really angry with Surya Kumar Yadav. You have to see that what's the combination is. Yes, in England also there were certain points where we all were discussing that Kuldeep has to be there. But was it in all matches? No, it wasn't in all matches that, in Oval, I can't say that Kuldeep has to play. But earlier, all of us are saying that, Oval is the place where he has to play. But remember, this time around in Sydney also, it was not the typical Sydney. And in Oval also, it wasn't the typical Oval at all. So I really want to see the Dubai conditions, how they, operate, and what I'm getting at this point of time. They'll travel a little early. Indian team will travel. They had a conversation with the ICC Academy guys. Pakistan team will start preparing in Sharjah first, and then they'll come back to the ICC Academy, and then they again go back for the Tri Series. But Indian team, I think from tomorrow or to day after, I think they will clearly set it up with the ICC Academy guys that when the Indian team needs. I think the first week of next month, Indian team will be in Dubai.
Quick question. Any time yet for the press conference? Selection committee, Rohit. Shomik will obviously report from Mumbai, but do you have any time yet, or the BCCI will kind of announce based on the weather conditions in Bombay? We don't have a time yet.
I don't know about the weather conditions, but they will meet, I think, somewhere in the afternoon. What I'm hearing in the early afternoon hours. I don't know whether the rain or the forecast. I didn't hear anything about the rain thing. I'm hearing it for the first time from Shamikda that there is a lot of rain, and it's because of that they are not.
I did hear that flights were being cancelled because a couple of my business colleagues. I had a business sponsorship meeting, and I was told the flight was cancelled, so that chap could not come to Calcutta.
But
so the issue in Bombay is there.
They can also do the virtual press conference. They did it multiple times.
That is the plan, that they will possibly do virtual. In case
after the Asia Cup last year, 2023, after the Asia Cup, they did a virtual press conference for the next series, the Australia series, just before the 2023 World Cup. They did the virtual press conference, so they can do that.
Last few minutes. By the way, Kavita, I have to name you because it takes a lot of courage to say that perhaps your criticism was unfair. So glad you said that. And you realized that where I was coming from and I'm making sense. It takes a lot of courage to say that the answer made sense to you. There are quite a few super chats. Swapnil, can you flash them one by one and my colleagues can take them one by one? Yeah. What is it? Samson batting at 4 in a charity match could be signal that he will bat in the middle order. Any reports on it? Vaibhav, you want to take that?
See, I don't think charity match will have anything to do with how or what he does in the Indian team. I think his role is very clear, and he has been given that specific role despite getting failures in the T20I series against England. So I don't think you will see any changes in the top order. It will be Abhishek Sharma and Sanju Samson to start off in Asia Cup. If they fail, then there might be a chances of the backup opener coming in. But as of now, as things stands right now, I think Sanju Samson is your first choice opener, is the team's first choice opener, and he will start in Asia Cup.
Okay, Amit Shah is writing to me that they will possibly do virtual, could be virtual because there is a blackout also in some areas of Mumbai and it's heavily pouring, major flights are delayed. So it could be virtual, it could be, there are blackouts in areas of Mumbai. It's that bad. It's that bad with the weather. So that's the update that Amit is just writing to us. Okay, Shopnil, next super chat, please. Gill don't deserve, but rumor is one cricketer called Jarno say Gill's out. Bhai, listen, I've also read that rumor, okay? Now, suppose there is a rumor. Suppose a cricketer is calling. There are 5 selection committee members. There is a head coach. There is the captain. Do you think the selection committee members are all going to be swayed by that? If they are, then they don't deserve to be there, isn't it? If someone comes to us and says, don't take this person, will we listen to that opinion? There are 5 selectors. No, the selectors are paid. They are people of integrity. If Gill deserves a place, he will get the place. And as far as we are concerned, we know that. We have been reporting he's a gun player. He deserves a place. In any other team, he would have walked in. India has a certain template. Maybe because of continuity, his position is being debated at this point. That's where it is. A player calling, manager calling, coach calling, BCCI calling, that will not decide. So let's leave this. What is this? But Boria, what percent of chances for each? VK more. Oh, this is Rohit and Virat.
Roko deserves 27.
Yeah, it's very difficult to say who deserves 27 sitting in 25. It's 2 years. Will they be fit enough? Will they have the hunger? This is not an entitlement. Playing for India is not Virat Kohli's entitlement or Rohit Sharma's entitlement. If they perform, they will be there. Both of them will go to Australia. Let them play well in Australia. Let them perform against South Africa, against New Zealand. Nobody can throw them. If there are runs there with credibility that they have been building over the years, 2 stalwarts, 2 greatest players of the 50-over format, if they have runs behind their back, who has the courage to drop them? It's as simple as that, isn't it? So don't jump the gun till 27. Take it series by series. Captaincy is in the hands of the BCCI. Do they want Rohit to captain? Yes, no. That is their call. But the position, Rohit or Virat, whether they will retire or not retire, whether they will play or not play, this is in the players' hands. Whether I will do journalism or not, it is in my hands. If I want to give up, it is my call. So if they want to go to Australia, play South Africa, play New Zealand, prove it, it is entirely their call. So wait and see what happens there. Shopnil, any further super chats? No? Then we can close the show. Oh, there is. What is this? Selection 17 is disservice. Even Panwala can pick 17. Yeah, unfortunately, Panwala is not being paid a crore to do that job. Had he been paid, he would have picked his 17. And possibly India में Panwala भी अपना 17 pick करता है यार. अब हम लोग सब करते हैं तो वो भी क्यों नहीं करेगा? Who tells his understanding of Indian cricket is any less? He's a bigger cricket fan than many one of us. Come on. What is this? Juglan 54-66 in what is this? SR. Wicket 2. ये क्या बोल रहे हैं? आंचल. समझ में आ रहा है?
Yes, he's saying 1 innings in T20 World Cup 2024 final, and then 1 innings in the 2023 final. I think he's saying that equaling in strike rate. Look, I'm not the one who's doing that. There are people who are talking about that. So,
Let me understand the question. What is the question? क्या question क्या है?
He's saying that I am mixing Virat's 2 innings, one which he played in the World Cup 2024 World Cup final, and one I think which KL has played in the World Cup final. 2023, this is the Virat's number, the first one, 63 balls, 54 runs, if I'm not wrong, and then the 107 balls, 66 runs is KL Rahul's innings. So he said that I'm equaling both those innings, that both of those innings are equal.
Okay, so Rohit is not equaling is what he said. Chapter over. And if he is, that is his call. That is not, it's like the political party. Now I will say that is Rohit Juglan's personal opinion. The political party will take a distance from it. We see that every day. National television, BJP, Congress, Trinamool, every day they do that. So this will now become a political party. What is the last one? ठीक है भाई. I see a lot of you backing Shreyas at 5. 5 is a specialist job. Think someone who bats in the top 4 can be the finisher. Bharat, take this. Shreyas Iyer PR, newly appointed.
I was a Shreyas Iyer hater just a few months ago, so I don't know where I stand now. See, every
You have
position
been
then it's a specialist position, I would
bank
say.
balance. You have been paid. That's why. Change.
I would say every position then it's a specialist position, not just number 5. Number 4 is also a specialist position. Opening is also then a specialist position, so you can turn it that way. But considering the UE conditions, I thought that way. Maybe at number 5 the experienced state. It's a multinational tournament, so there could be at times India could be in trouble. There could be in some kind of trouble, they could be going through a little bit of that phase at a particular moment. That is when Shreyas Iyer could really come into the equation. And yes, he has the wisdom of experience to do that. And if you really want to think about that specialist position, then it is most likely at number 6 or 7. That is when you will get only maybe you will get 10 deliveries or 12 deliveries to face. And you need a specialist kind of player to just come in and land the big shots. That is where Hardik Pandya will slot in definitely at 6, and maybe Jitesh or someone else, whoever it is, Aksar at number 7. So I'm not very sure. Number 5 is a specialist kind of position, top 5.
Hey, stop sending super chats. We have to close the show. Hey, Shopnil, quickly, this last one. Take it and I have to finish the show. Stop sending super chats because again, you will say you have not taken my super chat. We don't want super chats. Hey, bhai, jaldi chala. We've got to close the show. And last 7 days, 4 exclusives. Akashdeep, Shardul, Karun Nayak, today Varun Chakravarti. Go watch. That's what we stand for. Hey, Shopnil, last one, quickly. Is it Pronit Datta? What is it? Rohit, quickly lelo. Is it fair on Jaiswal? He was part of T20 World Cup.
As a gun T20 international record was rested from the T20s as. That's what I'm saying from I think last couple of shows that for both of them. Let's take Jaiswal because Jaiswal is part of your T20 squad also, T20 World Cup squad also, and he went there as a backup player. So I think it's really harsh on him that after both of the openers went, but still he has to find his place after scoring runs. He has scored played a man of the match kind of innings in Zimbabwe. I think he's hit 100 there also. And after that also, if he has to sit out after doing all of that thing, that scoring runs, doing really well in IPL, and after all of this, if he is going in Asia Cup as a backup player, means I'm not understanding this kind of logic. You are making the way for new players because you want Jaiswal and Shubman Gill to have focus in ODI cricket because of the Champions Trophy and in the for the World Test Championship. But then again, it's not done. Means it will I think break that trust also somewhere down the line.
There's one more super chat. Is BCCI trying to make Gill VK brand? I don't care. Don't believe in superstar culture. Let's close this, whoever it was. Bhai, don't send me more. I'm not going to take any more. Let's close the show. My tea is getting cold. Some good Darjeeling tea, so don't make this cold. Rohit Juglan, Bharat Ramraj, Vaibhav Tripathi, thank you very much. Good show. Enjoyed being PR, enjoyed being haters, whatever it is, love doing our shows. And as I said, we are so narcissistic. We love our own voice and we love to watch us. And वही करेंगे. 5 लोग देखेंगे, 2 लोग देखेंगे, फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Platform will be India's number 1 is already there. Thank you very much for watching.
Thank you.